What's going on, everyone? This is John the Wolf VCom, and in this video I'm going to share with you the typical what to sell in February 2022, the top 10 products that all these YouTubers and gurus out there give you. But I'm going to do it a little bit different, okay? I'm not going to give you the top 10 products that are trending on AdSpy or one of these spy tools, or that big brands are selling, or what sold last year this time, or the year before, or 2017 or 2016 in February. I'm going to simply give you 10 products I'm selling. Okay, and these products are a mix of not only things that have sold in the past, a few of them are, but mainly products that I'm confident in for, based on my experience, right, of selling millions and millions of dollars of products over the last 4-5 years, okay? But also because I use what's called a new market opportunity. New market opportunity means we're gonna take something that did well in one market and move it into another, right? So, and tapping into newer markets that are less mature, right? So like the US market is the most expensive. It converts really well, but it's also the most competitive too, right? So you could theoretically take a new product to the US market and that same product to a Western European market, or even a Latin American market, and you're gonna get dramatically different results and numbers in each one of those markets. A lot of it has to do with the cost per impression, right? The CPM, because it's gonna cost you far less, probably about 50% less to reach the same amount of people in the Western European market as it would cost you in the US. It's gonna cost you 10 to 20 times less to reach that same amount of people in the Colombian market, whereas you would pay 10 to 20 times more in the US market for the same reach, same number of eyeballs, same number of clicks, right? So that's the first thing. And also the conversion rate is not going to be that much different between Germany and Sweden versus the US market, for example. So we're trying to basically take all of these different variables and create another winning formula. So I'm taking a few products that have done well before, several that I found brand new off AliExpress, and then also maybe a few that have done well already from my own testing in the past, okay? So we're gonna take these also into Germany and Sweden specifically. And I've been able to do this literally at almost a click of a button with my awesome partners that are actually doing the whole build out for me. So I'm gonna show you everything. They set up, if I open up my computer here, for example, I simply point to 10 products, provide the links to usually those AliExpress listings of those products, and they do the rest. They generate the pages for me. They integrate the payment gateways, however I want it done. They also do the custom landers, right? So everything is HTML based, it's all custom coded, so it loads almost instantly, faster than Shopify or WooCommerce. And they also do the creative, so it's like literally a turnkey solution, not something they're offering yet, but something that we're probably gonna be teaming up on and offering very shortly. But in the meantime, you get to see my awesome numbers and results as I go to launch these, right? So I'll explain, not only show you the products, but I'll also explain why I chose them and how you can use the same thing to your benefit, besides just taking the products, which you're welcome to do. It's totally up to you, but hopefully by the time you see this, I'm already scaling a few of these. Okay, so if I open up the first product here, pull it into a new tab. So let's look at this from mobile view. So this is a older product that has done well in the past. It's an eyebrow curler, okay? So you can see everything is translated, everything is customized here, right? All the graphics. Their team did everything for me, okay? So this thing is set up to convert, right? Assuming it does. Maybe the demand isn't there for a product like this anymore. One way to find out is to put some ad spend behind it. Okay, I already jumped the gun on this, but you can see here, it takes me to my Shopify checkout. So the reason why this is kind of cool is because I'm gonna get all those sexy stats that you would get from your Shopify store where you post screenshots from your app, right? I could be one of those YouTubers, I guess, if I wanted to be, but I'm gonna get, everything's gonna be sending back to my Shopify store. So what they built for me is not like my Colombia cash and delivery system where everything is within the custom website itself. It's a front-facing lander that they built for me that you just saw. The landing page is all customized, and then it basically takes them straight to checkout in my Shopify store with the cart already preloaded, right? So I would just fill this out, and then on the back of this, I've already had a developer integrate the best payment methods for this market to maximize conversion rate. So that's credit card and Klarna. No, I'm not using PayPal for Germany. I just don't like PayPal, so we're not gonna use it, but everything else is set up and structured in a way that I will win with this market if this product is a winner, right? So going back, let's look at the next product. So this is a food sealer, right? So why did I choose this product? Well, the reach of it, it's mass market. Think about how many humans are going to open a bag of chips or whatever food they're munching on, a fruit, and need to reseal it. Probably a lot of humans on the planet. So for the small price of, this is 35 euro, right? Basically, then we mark that up based on my cost of goods, and my shipment cost about a 3x most of the time. So this comes in multiple colors. It's also USB charging, right? So a lot of cool pieces, and there's a battery option. So the reason why I love this is because it's mass market. Everyone in their life is gonna at least once open up a bag of food and need to reseal it. So the reach is huge for this, okay? So and it's well designed, it's well made, it looks nice, right? It looks like something you would pay maybe $30 to $40 for because you could use it over time. It's not like some little cheap trinket, right? Once again, they click this and it takes them straight, already preloaded in my Shopify checkout, okay? Next is something a little bit on the not high ticket end, but the higher end, 129 euros. This is actually a product my friend had as a variation of this. And it's a thumbprint door handle, right? So you could either do by code, you could see like the numbers are right there, comes in two variants, okay? Or you do the thumbprint and it unlocks the door handle. Pretty cool stuff, right? You can see a little video here. Their team actually sourced all this for me as well. So I didn't have to do any of this. How cool is that? And it's got an app built in. So you could also open it with the app, right? So a lot of different little features and functions that tend to drive up value for electronics like this. Okay, just to show you how the page works, it takes me straight down to the color selection. Color selection, I click and it takes me to my checkout. Bada bing, bada boom. Not as mass market, but still a pretty cool product. Next product I'm gonna test is an old winner from the US market. We did really well selling these in bundles typically in 2020. Okay, I could, if I wanted to, I could probably even mark this down to, let's say, $20 or $25. The reason being, this little wireless mini Bluetooth camera is something that you're gonna probably wanna buy 2 or 3 of at least, right? Because if you have a home, if you're worried about security, you're probably not just gonna get one, you're probably gonna put a few of these throughout your house. So this, right here, we're selling for 30. Let's say we even sold for 20 bucks. We could probably have an average order value of $45 to $60 because most people, a large percentage of people are probably gonna buy at least a few of them, if not 2 or 3. Everything is customized and cleaned up. Some of this is sourced from AliExpress, some of this is sourced from around the web. But you see here, this lander is optimized for conversion. And just like our other landers, it's gonna take us straight to the checkout. Now, what we'll do if this product does well, which I'm confident it will, this is a old winner, not a super old winner, but 2 years ago, it was a year and a half ago, it was a huge winner, okay? Is we're gonna want to create a variant on this product page for bundles. So we're actually gonna wanna offer buy one, maybe buy 3, buy 5, or buy 1, buy 2, buy 3 at different price points, right, for the bundle itself. But that's how you're gonna win with this, because theoretically we're selling in a less expensive market, half the cost on average of the US market. So our cost per purchase should be lower, somewhere definitely in the $10 to $20 range for a product like this, hopefully 10 to 15 or $10 or less. And we wanna get that average order value. So the average customer is spending $35, $40, $45, $50. So they're buying 2 or 3 units, probably 20, 30% of the time would be amazing. Okay, so that's how we're gonna see a product like this win. So this is my typical strategy for lower price point items, is I want products that people are gonna buy multiples of. Exception being would be if they're going to a cash and delivery Colombia market, for example, where it's okay to get $1, $2 cost per purchase for 1 unit of, where your margin's like $7, that's fine. The next product is a cool little Bluetooth speaker that I saw, like probably this big around, it's tiny, but this thing bumps. I actually purchased it off Amazon to try it out. So a couple reasons why I like this and wanted to test it. I thought it was cool. I saw it. It's water resistant or waterproof. It's Bluetooth obviously compatible. There's no wires, and this thing bumps. So this will pump out some music. And this is not a huge trend at the moment, but it's pretty mass market and it is trendy in a sense, right? So like these portable Bluetooth speakers are kind of a thing still. They're not as new as they were 2 or 3 years ago, but you bring something like this to the German market and see what happens. Little subwoofer on the back. And this is something that I could see people buying 2 or 3 of, right? Or you offer them a post-purchase upsell. It's not unreasonable to imagine someone buying another one, right? So this is another product I would definitely test, and I'm going to. Okay, so now this is a old winner for me. From 2020, we did Q4, we did well over $250,000 in the US market. So going with the same kind of pattern as some of the other products I showed, and think about it, in your average household, do you ever just have a single chair? No, it's almost always going to be at least a love seat with 2 seats, or a couch with 3 seats, or a love seat and a chair, or a couch and a love seat and a chair, right? So we could probably mark this down to 15 USD, 17 USD. I sold it as high as 20 USD for a single unit. And then what we'll do is we'll actually incentivize bundles and cross-sells, upsells, right? So we get people spending more on this product or buying additional variations of it. Because there's other variations of this kind of concept where it would cover the whole couch with one thing versus individual waterproof seat covers. So stuff like this does really well. And you'll get a cheaper purchase, not just because it's a cheaper market, but also because it's a cheaper cost of the item. So you could potentially be getting, in the German market, $10 purchases, $45 average order value. That's very possible, very realistic. And then once I go here, it takes me through to my checkout. Bada bing, bada boom. Next is another mass market product, okay? So this one's kind of in the mid-range price point, but not unreasonably priced high, right? So for 75 euro, like 80 some, 90 US dollars, you can get a tracker for your pet, right? So pretty cool, in my opinion. Like I have 2 dogs, I think about a lot. If one of them were just run away, like what would I do? Okay, so I'm always thinking about making sure to close the glass door and the primary door of the house, right? So like little things like that, and making sure that the fence is always closed if I let them into the backyard. So this comes with a built-in GPS tracker, which is huge. There's a ton of value in that. It's got a little chip there, has an app. So all these things drive up the value of these kinds of electronics, right? So if you were to lose your little buddy, you'd be able to actually find them because of this. Okay, so pretty cool product. I haven't had a ton of success in the pet niche, but I can see this doing well, especially because my partner built out this whole thing, these custom landers, the custom creatives. If I go into here and I actually look at the ads they prep, check this out. So they did multiple aspect ratios. So there's with story blocks on the bottom, right? If we go 9:16, same creative. I can even run this on, I think this would be YouTube. So there you go. All right, they even did my ad copy for me, pretty cool. Here's another product that could do well. I'm super interested to see the results with this. So this is, it's not like a rave light, but it's cool. It bumps with the music. And these kind of like neon lights have been a bit of a trend. You've been seeing TVs where they have the outline in the back of where you attach the light to it and it illuminates the back of the TV. It looks really cool, different colors. So going based off of the theme of the lower price point items, is this something you would probably buy 1 of or 2 or 3 of? I'd say at least 10% of the buyers, if this does sell, are gonna want 2 or 3 of these. So that's an easy bundle. It cost me around like 10 to 15 USD to purchase and ship this, probably closer to 10 USD. So If I have an average order value of 60 because people buy 2 or 3, my cost per purchase is going to be somewhere in the $10 to $20 range. I'm going to be making 10 to 20 bucks USD for sure for every order on average, right? And this thing's optimized. It's going to take me straight to checkout. Last but not least, these super soft slippers. These crushed in Q4 for us. I know a lot of other guys did really well with these too. So you can see here, different colors. I pick the color, it takes me through. You need to make some adjustments on this page, but nonetheless, and if I go into my creatives that my partner did, you can actually see the creatives we're gonna start with. So this is what I'm doing. This is what you could do as well. Obviously, you don't have access to a setup like this, like a team like this, or a service like this where they build everything for you. That's something I'm probably going to be teaming up with them to offer in the future. But in the meantime, you get to see my awesome results, my awesome numbers. I'll make a follow-up video of this. You'll actually see what didn't work. Hopefully, I'll have one of these products already scaling, and then yeah, that'd be super cool. So when you do it this way, you could take old products, new products, products you think could do well, brand new concepts, and you have someone that's really good and talented at developing the site, designing it, getting the creatives ready. You could literally have a click of a button, you could pick a few products and everything's done for you and everything's ready, okay? So none of this really works though if you don't have a full system set up with profiles and business managers, ad accounts, maybe agency ad accounts. So basically a one-stop solution when it comes to Facebook and being able to run traffic and scale, right? And I'm not talking about just scaling, spending a few dollars a day, boosting posts. I'm talking about spending $500, $1,000 or more scaling and getting back to doing what you do best. So if you're not able to do that right now, click the link underneath this video for my free bulletproof guide. It's going to show you how to set up the same kind of system that allows me to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per day, and all my clients as well. And I'll also be putting out more videos just like this where we talk about winning products. I did a survey, and one of the most common topics that people want to hear are products that win. So I showed you not just products that could win, that probably some of these will win, at least one of them will, but also how to take these products and prime them for opportunity in Western European markets with highly converting landers, custom creatives, and payment gateways that maximize conversion rate with a high average order value. This is key, this is essential. It doesn't matter if you're selling physical products, digital products, this is how you win in the online game, and I hope you took something away from this. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.